Well, let's get going.
Yeah.
Issue 15 of Mama Tried and Flat Out Friday podcast.
Well, is it going?
It is going.
Welcome,
proper welcome.
Welcome to the show, Lala.
Thanks for having me.
Well,
What do we do now?
You begin like this. Hello, my name is Jeremy. Welcome to the Mama Tried Flat Out Friday podcast.
It's
What-
the Jeremy Show once again.
No, it's not the
my
Jeremy
name
Show.
is Lala, and once again, I'm here in effect trying to make it happen.
Okay, you're just trying to make it happen. And who are you here at the end?
My name's Warren, and I'm here to make it happen as well.
Well, of course, maybe people that don't know our family, maybe they're on a little bit outside of our circle, have no idea who Lala is, which is what we're going to spend the next half hour, 40 minutes talking about. Who is Lala? But why don't we just give you that open-ended question, Lala? Who are you? What are you doing here?
Well, I'm thinking, hey, Jeremy, I don't know. I tell you what.
You ride, Lala?
Ride just a little bit, but I'm becoming an average rider now.
I think you graduated last year when you got on that chopper and rode with us up north to.
Yeah, I rode my ass off. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it
And you realize you need a new seat.
until your shit broke down.
Wait.
Put it
stop
in a
right
van.
there.
Put it in the van.
Wait, stop right there. So you're saying you're an average rider, and you're saying, Warren, he crossed a threshold by doing what? What did he do?
We rode up to where did we go?
It was Tomahawk.
Tomahawk last year for to go swimming and hang out, shoot the shit. And he rode his rigid bobber up there, 110-inch rev tech, and didn't miss a beat. Kicked some ass, made me look like a fool.
Didn't realize I was doing 90 until Scott told me. But I felt good afterwards, though. I know that really kind of made me feel like, damn.
That's a big thing to do for somebody, man. Like it's like a rite of passage, in my opinion.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that.
I will notice though. I'm gonna poo-poo that a little bit, as I often do with you. I did notice that you got a road king since then, so I'm just saying I want to put that out there.
Yeah, I do got a Road King first time bagger, just like my first time chopper.
You gotta bikes are like a Swiss Army knife or like a golf bag, right? Like you gotta have one for each shot,
Yep. I also
one for
have,
each job.
What I got that flat track like too.
Yeah. Have you ridden that thing yet?
Haven't rode it, but I'm gonna do this on air right now. I'm challenging Jeremy in a 2-lap, 10-lap
10 lap.
at Ascalon.
Beginner
Okay.
class?
Doesn't matter. We go.
Don't
We're
care.
both.
I'm
Are you a member?
a whooping.
Are you still a member?
No. This is we're doing an actual event. Like you guys are, you have to do it in the beginner class.
Bold statement. We could make it the headlining event for a district event.
Let's do it.
Okay, we'll make a headline, and I want to post it.
Never
that'd
rode
be
that
rad.
bike either, by the way. Just through the neighborhood.
I'll ride on. I'll jump on any bike, and I'll still
Like
win.
that. Yeah, right. I kicked your ass in Warren Yard that day.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to my people. We'll set that up.
Put it on the docket. Let's do it.
Summer of 2023. But let's go back. You never answered the question. Who are you, Lala? What tell us a bit more about yourself. We know you ride. Were you born and raised? How'd you get connected?
Pretty
When I
much.
introduced you to Warren.
No. Stop. Camera, everything. Hey, but I'm pretty much born and raised here. Always liked the bikes, like I said before, and finally came around to after I introduced Jeremy to Warren. Real true shit though. Coming from work one day, I see Warren. Boom, hey man, you look cool as a motherfucker, right? And I just told him like, is it all right if I come hang out? Dude was like, sure. Kendall looked all googly eyes, but I wasn't going. Introduced him to Warren, and if it wasn't for that, there wouldn't be no Flat Out Friday.
Okay, bold statements.
But yeah, I mean, that's who I am. I don't know. One of them guys that just want to be cool.
Well, you got to get on the mic.
Oh,
it's
one of them
not
guys.
crinkling that thing.
One of them guys that want to be cool, but it's just the way I am. Financially, I'm poor from the hood, but I made life good at the end of the day.
You're a hustler, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I still don't know who Lala is, right? Like every every day I feel like I learn something new, or when we hang out more, you got lots of different facets to you, and you're a businessman.
I'll take that. Too.
Lots of hustles.
Yeah.
I've seen you take an empty aluminum can and turn it into a spare tire, to turn it into a muffler, and eventually you come back with a mini bike.
I turned it into a chopper. I turned it into a chopper, but it just made me think that, you know, with all the hard work, you know, it paid off at the end of the day, you know.
Well, so here's one thing that you kind of tapped on that I want to make sure gets on the record. We made a little video about you at your house. Logan and I showed up. And you were talking about your love for Harley Davidson, or for what a Harley Davidson motorcycle means to you, and the audio was kind of cut off. Remember, they were cutting a saw.
Okay.
And then they kind of got cut off. And my point is, I think you articulated perfectly what Harley Davidsons mean. And this isn't a sale. I'm not trying to push Harley Davidsons or sell it, but I think you articulated the fascination of why we like choppers or, you know, twin motorcycles. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I'll say it again, but you know, like growing up in the hood, L. Smith was booming.
Mm-hmm. And A.O. Smith
was.
We're on that stretch, are we not, Warren? Are we part of? Yeah. Would this have been supplying A.O. Smith?
It was.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, yeah, this is Lead Works, and A.O. Smith goes right with piping and all that good stuff.
But it's right on. Are we not right on that strip?
Same strip
of the A.O. Smith, and A.O. Smith made car frames. They were making
silos, water heaters.
Yep.
Okay, so they were an industrial force in the city. Sorry, and I cut you off.
Always wanted to be that guy, looking at the guys, you know, leaving work, welding shoes on and hats, and these brothers getting on them bikes. I'm looking and wondering upon it. The whole time I was like, I want to be one of them guys. I want to weld. Actually, I did learn how to weld in, what was that, North Division I went. And welding, said I'm gonna get in L. Smith, but long time coming, they end up. Sorry, dropped the mic. Not in. Long time coming, they shut it down. But looking at them 1,000 cows, 1,100 cows, what you guys did with the welding hats, I'm like, oh, on the bus, thinking like, oh my God, them cats. Like,
how old were you?
16, 17. For
sure.
16, 17. And was feeling it for real.
Yeah.
You know.
I had a similar thing when with my old man and having a shop at the house. You know, that was a big influence on me, watching those dudes come in and out. You know, wanting to get my hands in anything with two wheels.
It's a working class status. Is that?
Holding that wrench.
Yeah, but it's a working. It's you work, you earn it. And this is the fruits of your labor is a motorcycle.
Totally.
You go out and floss. The only reason we ride choppers is to pick up the ladies, right?
Not me.
Oh, come on.
Part of my swag now. Like, she would have never spoke to me or waved to me if I wouldn't have been on it. You know
really?
what I mean? Yeah, I thought that.
So you like them kind of ladies?
Yeah, I'm like, where is she? Oh, she ain't white, right? I'm like, okay. It was the bike. She saw me walking the other day and didn't even look.
Tell me what. So I'm starting a new question.
Okay.
We got a little context here. What is Mama Tried? What does Mama Tried mean to you?
Hanging out in an atmosphere of people that you don't see enough of. It got me watching YouTube every night of like bike rallies.
You do?
Yeah, bike rallies. I'm in Japan now watching panheads and knuckleheads, and the kickstand is this high. Like, that's my girlfriend. But Mama Tried, man, that shit is hot, man. You know what I mean? You want to be a part of a bike community between Astelon and that's that connection, or between, you know, the guys, the brothers that, you know, with the baggers and the loud music, that's that connection. And it seemed like at the end of the day, Mama Tribe is just that connection that, oh, you be with dude and them, I saw you down there.
You put a bunch of different people in a room that wouldn't necessarily hang out together, but still have very similar interests.
What are you doing here? Because why are you crinkling here? Are you nervous? You need a cigarette?
I'm nervous, man. And I had a little joint or something. I don't smoke weed, but I had something.
Okay, so flat out, or sorry, Mama Tried is like an all-inclusive. I mean, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm saying, is that what you're saying? That you think it's a fairly representative slice of motorcycle culture,
The people too.
And the people.
The audience there.
That's the secret, man.
Yeah.
People.
You know, the audience, the look. It's just like, man, who cares about some dirty jeans? You know, I bought some look brand new that look dirty.
Did he tell you that we had to throw his sweatshirt away? He showed up in it the other day.
Who, me?
Lala sweatshirt.
Why?
His biker club sweatshirt.
It wasn't a bike club one. It was a.
It looks like a biker club cut.
It does, but it was a hood store
But,
cut like a biker club.
Yeah.
and you threw it away because it
Yeah.
was like a Walmart version.
No,
of
it was like it was close
A
enough to
D-boy.
something that looked like you shouldn't be wearing it in the particular area that we occupy as motorcyclists, right?
Sure.
Like you were making a statement, you're drawing a line, you're putting yourself in a position that he don't want to be in. He just don't know. We
Sure.
just like, yo, dude, don't wear that thing no more. Throw it out. Throw it out.
Did you throw it out?
Yeah.
Okay. What is Flat Out Friday?
I wish I can ride as good as the seniors my age, but I don't know. To see the kids ripping through there, man. I mean, I think me not being a flat track racer like I would love to be, I think I can slide just as good because I watched that closely.
Okay.
And
You-
that
you were- you're-
brings that to
Yeah.
that brings that to the foreground of me just being like, yeah, I'm in it. Like, when I,
What, you're close enough to get the confidence of somebody out there? Like, fuck yeah,
well,
I can do that.
close. I watched so close that it seemed like I know when to get it and when to, swing it. But
Okay. You've raced at Esalen, did you not?
nah, one time I really rode real hard with Warren Yard. That time was over there
Okay.
on the ice and shit. That was somewhere else though.
So, Mama Tried, Flat Out Friday. I don't want to press it because I'm not fishing for compliments either. I want you to tell me, how you see it, because you're not one to give out compliments.
One thing is just being in a place with a whole bunch, like I said, different people, but everybody's there for the same thing. Is not a sporting event, but just being around the bikes and the gas, and I don't know, man. It's just you missing out.
All right. Do you think you're part of our crew? Are you part of our family here?
Bold statement. This is him talking now. Bold statement. You are part of our crew, okay?
Okay.
You got the
still
light.
somehow
You got the
find-
light and the mic.
For somehow that doesn't bother me at all.
It shouldn't, but no. I mean, yeah, I do, man. I mean, I come up here and I hate to tell it sometimes. Tell people like I be up there and I be feeling good. What you mean feeling good? I don't know. The grinder's going off, looking at the old gas tank, and then
You're
someone.
saying Warren Shop gives you
the
energy.
shop, and that's that family crew connection that I have with this, people, you know what I mean, just saying, what's up. A lot of times you can't get people to say what's up, you know what I mean. So coming up here, I'm in a good space all the time. You know what I'm feeling.
Is that true, Warren? Is he in a good space when he comes in here?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because he's not so much in a good space when he comes to my house. I get crabby, Lala.
He looks around, looking what's out of place, because he know I know this shit that's out of place. And right away he get what you want? What you doing? Why are you here? A whole bunch of third degree. I'm like, Jeremy, you know me, right? Quiet, relax.
Let me go back a little bit.
You guys are like brothers. You have a relationship like brothers.
Well, there's a reason for this, and I want to talk about it. How tell us about our relationship. How did we meet? And my theory is, we met and we've been through some things together, and that's why we have the relationship we have. Is that fair? Without anybody knowing us, we've been through something together. Hold on to what that is together. Let's start at the beginning. How did we meet?
I don't know. Being at work, I would call it work, but it was
What was your work?
I was in the maintenance department at Riverside High School. That's what Milwaukee Public School for you boony people. Sorry, but yeah, MPS. But working there, Jeremy had a pretty wild, decent classroom. some nice kids, and I was just curious to see why they pushing over his teacher in there like that.
Okay.
But that was the whole bit, though. The whole bit was letting them think they had the room, but at the same time, they was learning how to cook and do other things, and actually to do my job also, because at some particular time, a lot of the real bad trouble kids was sent to me to kind of like, hey, could you kind of give them a little
mentor,
pretty much
a strong male figure, father figure.
male figure with the same skin color, right?
Because
that seems to work for certain kids.
yeah, right. Because you guys, like, backstory, Proc, you as a teacher, you're not a normal teacher, right? Like, you're helping students and kids that have learning disabilities or or big trouble behavior. Could be just a bad seed, or a kid that just got the short end of the straw or short straw, or and you're helping rehabilitate and giving them a potential chance to make it.
Sure, I'll agree with that. I would say that, but I want you to see it because you witnessed it. Did I live up to that standard? Again, I'm not fishing for compliments, but
Sounds like you are.
Yeah, but you know what? At the same, you know what? The chemistry was there with you in the classroom, and then I kind of like put my little gumbo in the mix, and it was like, who was these two cats? On a field trip.
So we had a really good gumbo brewing.
Exactly.
Okay.
But one particular time, the field trip, I was so worried about the kids, and we got a head count on the city bus, and the dude over here, he's drinking in the corner of the bus or whatever, and I lose count.
You lost the lunches. Is that what you're talking about?
I left the lunches on the bus.
We were going to the circus.
At State Fair Park. But, me being from Milwaukee, being from the hood, I was able to call someone.
They got on the bus and they got our lunches.
Got the lunches, and I beat them there to the event.
To the circus with the lunches.
Took y'all so long. What I want to say too about the classroom too, that I think Jeremy brought a lot to our kids in a way that they normally they weren't able to get it at home, and then when the kids saw me and him was kind of the gel, it kind of made things kind of.
They saw that you and I were friends, and how we talked with each other. I thought was we were mentoring in just our interaction.
Yeah, and it smoved that playing out. Right?
Sure. So let's go back to this
Good cop, bad cop.
No.
Like why you told me don't say that, don't talk that loud? Well, you hear Jeremy talking, man. Sip it, right? And then they'll be like, hey, okay. And sometimes it's never done with words.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You were an engineer at the high school. I was taking my students to clean the cafeteria, which is something that we would do, because I had my students all day long. By the way, if you were with Mr. Proc, you were with me from 7 to 4 or whatever. And I was looking for stuff to have them do. We cleaned the cafeteria, and you quickly got our students to. We had a relationship. We would clean the lunchroom after lunch for about an hour every day. And then you said, "Hey, I think I want to be in the classroom. I'm going to quit being an engineer, and I want to go into the classroom."
And that was cool with MPS. Like, you guys, how'd that work?
It was cool because they saw that skill long coming. They was like, you probably need. I'm like, hold on, I'm not gonna be messing with no kids like that. I got kids at home. My one daughter, and she's a headache, but. At the end of the day, I think what it did, it kind of like put me once again where I was supposed to be. I mean, I was tired of like going in this way, so I started coming in this way. And the kids, they loved it. And from
you won. There was a local radio station. You won Teacher of the Year, Educator of the Year, because you weren't a teacher.
I was still an engineer at the time, and they gave me a Teacher of the Year award.
That's right. Ronald McDonald came in
looking like with a perm, like James Brown, get back! What is he doing?
And you won tickets to the Essence Music Festival in New Orleans.
Yeah. It was all VIP and stuff, but it was something I wasn't trying to do. But what I found out real quick, a lot of times you don't be trying to do a lot of stuff, and ends up working out to your favor just because you was that guy, that dude. You a mean dude, you're gonna get mean stuff. I was a nice guy. Nice things happened to me when it came to that perspective.
I was mentioning that we went through some stuff together. Describe, no, I don't have to get specifics, but what was our classroom like? Tell it to Warren. What would our classroom have been like?
This was when you decided to join the classroom.
Yes.
Officially. So it was Paroc and Lala, 7 to 4.
Yeah.
Don't miss work.
Or was it Sherman?
Don't do that, Warren. Scratch that. Don't do that, Warren. I know, but it was like, don't miss no day. Because you miss a day of work in that room, you're going to miss something. And
Good or bad? I don't know what you mean.
I mean, just like it's cracking. There's something going on. If it ain't nothing but a new term, you might hear the kids here, and you go back and listen to Little Baby, and that's where they got that from. So being in the classroom, and it's like waking up in the morning. I'm going to work because I know we're gonna have something in that classroom that's gonna blow your hair back. You know, you're gonna be like.
I described it that a body could have fallen from the ceiling and it wouldn't have even interrupted our class because we had it so on the edge.
Yeah.
It was such a beautiful chaos, right? We just pushed it to the limit of expecting so much.
You got paid for it.
And kids crying and breaking and fighting and windows were smashed, but we persevered. We persevered.
Donovan, if you're watching this, I'm gonna get you one day.
Donovan's a great kid, right?
He is. He turned out to be.
We still talk about
model.
Donovan. He must be 30 years old by now.
Exactly. No. Yep.
35.
Yeah, he's 30.
Okay.
Actually, I'm trying to get him to move in my rent a room from
and
one of my
he
houses.
punched you, right? But that was just part of the way we pushed people.
Yeah. But remember when we first met him, Grandma was taking him out to the car with a stick, like, and I'm like, listen, Donovan, don't do that to your grandmother. But that was that stuff that made you want to come to work every day. Cause you
Get punched in the eye.
Yeah. Damn, I could have ducked, but I think I did kind of duck, but he got me. He hit me hard too. I'm like, dude, thought it was funny as hell. So, like, just like that, look.
Well, because it was so intense that the only thing you can do is laugh. It was you're laughing or you're crying. That was the edge that we had for a long time.
And he's one of my favorite, by the way. Now,
That's how it goes, right? It's kind of like in life when you get in a fight with somebody. By the end of it, there's hugs and beers and crying. There's just a lot of emotion that gets rolled up, and sometimes you can't see through, and just got to get it out.
Well, thanks for bringing that back. So, in conclusion, then. We had that history, and then I connected you with Warren, and we had Mama Tried, and you were part of the family, and here we are today, and now we're riding together. Is that a fair timeline?
Yes, it is, Jeremy.
Okay. Let me go a little bit deeper here with Warren. A couple of things that I forgot to mention at the beginning of our podcast is I think that we've been together now a while, certainly all of us, and I think we're all in a little period of transition. We're getting a little older, and some things are changing. You're in a bit of a new headspace right now too, right? Don't you feel like you're on the edge? Are you going to retire?
I could retire. 30 years, I guess. I got a lot of sick time I got to use up, but I don't know. I don't like changes. I think too. I think that's what's almost stopping me. But once I have the summers off, I'm like, I'm not going. I don't feel like going. You ain't going. You going back money? No, he never go back. He ain't got no sick time, by the way. He's gonna use up all his sick time.
Traveling the world with this guy. But don't do strike that.
Are you guys still in the same classroom?
No. We flew too close to the sun. We just pushed it too far, and it was just a timeout. We had it balancing on that little needle and it was hard to keep it balanced. That's how I felt. That's why I had to get out of the classroom. I do miss it. I'd love to go back. I really would like to end my career in the classroom. But you're going to retire. That's what's important here. You're the guest. You are about to retire. And so the world is your oyster. When you retire with Milwaukee Public Schools, you have a pension. You'll be getting paid every month. You could go anywhere and do anything.
What are you doing? Where are you going? You travel?
I hate traveling.
Why?
I just don't like traveling. But you know what? I think I want to go to the Philippines just one time from where my grandmother is from, and I just want to do that hopefully one day. But retirement, I don't know. I like working. I know that sound. I like working. I stay busy all the time. That being said, when I do retire, I think I got a hot dog cart. Might be selling hot dogs outside of my house or something.
You said that you hate traveling. You've done some traveling with us. Where have you been with us? Have you not seen the East Coast and the West Coast with us?
Probably wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't for y'all. To be honest with you.
What are some highlights that
What was that? California, Born Free.
What did you see at Born Free?
I don't know. For some reason, I just wanted to dye my hair blonde. Everybody out there was blonde, but I don't know. It was slick though. A lot of eyesights that I probably wouldn't have known. Like the lady who stayed in our Airbnb, she was an old Soul Train dancer. And then I found out Jeremy really can't swim. I was up early in the morning swimming in the pool, and it never rains in Southern California, but I promise you, it was drizzling while I was swimming. And I was like one of the highlights of that trip.
I remember standing with you on the coast looking at the beach, and you were very serious, and you were star-eyed, and you said, I want to die right here.
I would have. I would have. It was, it's what it was, but...
Do you remember going to Born Free? And we really didn't know much about the landscape of Born Free. We knew what it was, but driving in, and you go through this valley, right? You drive down, right? And then it kind of opens up. And then what did you see when it opened up?
Too much land, probably. It was too much land. The parking lot was big as the city of Milwaukee, right?
Well, yeah, but it was full. But tell me about the energy. What did you,
Well, other than the minivans looking like the 70s, it was cool. It was fire.
I
couldn't wait to get out. I was like a little puppy. I remember you like, oh, just calm down. I'm like, hold on, you calm down.
You were like a puppy in the car?
Yeah, Joey back there, I'm killing. I got tired of ribbing him. Let me out. I ran out of jokes. But it was really nice, man. I mean, that the bikes, the people, the sky even just kind of like, what the hell? Is there real mountains? Yes, they are. Mm-hmm. And the sunset was damn badass too, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A lot of different things that I didn't really notice when you're living in, around concrete.
So you like traveling?
I don't like traveling. I do not like traveling.
Okay. You ever see New York City?
Yeah, man, you went to New York.
Okay. What was New York like? What did you see?
New York was about my speed. Unfortunately, it wasn't yours. You remember you woke up with them red hot pants on, looking like Rick James. He's so very freaky.
I think
anyway,
we handled New York pretty well.
He had on some red pants.
I did have on red pants.
Yeah, the hangover.
I had a hangover.
I ended up walking through Central Park from one end to the other by myself. But I got to tell you one thing about New York. I'm glad I went there with you.
Okay, why would you say that?
I felt that I had to let me watch. I always thought you got to watch your back in New York, and I was. But it put me on noise that I was watching your back so cold that I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
I thought you were going to say that you like going with Proc because it's like a field trip everywhere you go. It's like...
sleeping in the room, right? We slept in the room together. I didn't dig that.
Okay, hang on. Hold on to your opinions. Let's be objective about us going to New York. Objectively, did we not go to New York and watch the sunrise every day we were there?
No, we had a ball.
We had a great time.
I mean, New York was one of my best trips I ever taken. As far as just hanging out.
We remember coming home at the sunrise every day. In fact, I remember housekeeping actually demanding they clean our room.
Oh, yeah. And you believe me, you have to clean up after this guy too. But you know what though?
Yes.
New York was that place though. The subways between the rat holes between the concrete. I never seen nothing like that either.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in New York you won't see anywhere else. We've been to L.A., we've been to New York. Where else have you gone? Did you go to Cleveland with us? Or?
William Burr's in New York. I paid for somebody brunch and didn't even see him, didn't even
That's
care.
right.
I said, would you please pay for that person brunch, and didn't even care. That's how beautiful New York was to me. Look at that. And sent Joey, right?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
That was very. If anything, you've taught me how to be a bit more romantic. Exhibit A, right there.
The man said romantic. What is that? I don't know nothing about no romance.
Okay. Hustle. New York, L.A. Where else have we been? What about
Was that Jersey?
Did he go to Jersey?
No,
with
it
us?
wasn't Jersey. It was
Have you been? Has he been with us? So you remember?
What was that when them bikers or dudes were standing around trying to size us up?
That was Jersey.
Was that
You were in Jersey with us?
I slept
Oh, he slept in the truck.
I slept in the truck.
Wait, which truck?
He slept in the rental.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did go to Jersey with us. Right, because did you even try to go in that hotel that we were sleeping in?
Yeah, I went out there. I went in there a few days. That's why I didn't find nowhere to sleep. It was like an extra space too. I could have slept with somebody else, but
That's right.
That place wasn't cool at that point. Nah.
Did we take his bike out there? We rode around a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember I had the 12-pack on the front of my bed.
Okay, I do remember that.
Warren took off and left us and stuff.
All right, New York, Jersey, L.A. What about going to Brazil with us? I think you'd be a great fit in Brazil.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's traveling. When I think about it, I can't do it.
What's the biggest part about traveling? Like what is it?
That flight to California had me though. That 4 hours in the air.
What if we just took like a Benadryl or what's a
Benadryl?
Benadryl.
Yeah, I would have to for somewhere like Brazil. I would have to like go to sleep.
We'll drink some red wine and have some Delta
out.
8 or something.
There you go. Some benzos.
Or what about Indonesia? From there, you can catch a domestic flight right over to the Philippines.
I thought about that, but Indonesia, they're too strict over there. They're more religion. I was watching on YouTube. That's another
YouTube
thing.
is not.
I travel
Is not
through
always
YouTube.
it. Okay.
But
You should come to Brazil. You'd like it. You probably wouldn't even come back.
I can believe that too, and that's what's scary too.
Yeah.
Like,
You and Frazier are going to move there permanently.
Frazier.
Mm-hmm.
Frazier's the guy that I introduced you to maybe 2 weeks ago. He had the prison pants on.
Striped pants.
him. He about my age. Marine guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he seemed cool.
I think, you guys together could be too much.
Yeah.
For Brazil.
I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great.
I think it'd be too much. Maybe we should.
What's his name that came from Indonesia? Who rode out there to Sturgis?
From Indo?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking
No, you're thinking Brazil. Polenta.
Polenta.
Yes.
Nah, he was wild.
Yeah, he's probably your average Brazilian.
I get in some trouble with that dude.
Yeah, you could get in trouble with that guy. Yeah.
He was about it though, right?
He's about it. That's correct. That is a fair usage of the word.
He was in the zone though, man. He had me. I'm like,
He's in the zone all the
he
time.
was in a zone, man.
Warren was saying about him, and I asked you what was it like going to Sturgis with him, and what was it? What'd you say, Warren?
Just always on. Like always just want to just get after it. Wasn't no stop.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go that deep into paint. In conclusion, you're retiring. Consider traveling with us. You think you got any skills you could help us out with? What kind of skills you got?
Romanticism.
You know what? No, I got people skills. You know, because I see a lot of times, Jeremy, you get pushed around. Because we was in California, you got kind of hold by these.
Well, hold on to that.
Hold on
to that.
Hello.
Let me say this about teaching.
Get,
Let me say this about teaching. Hang on, because this is the second time you're calling me out. When teaching, I pretend like I don't.
Brother now.
Okay, I pretend like I don't know what's going on. That's the whole bit of my teaching. I pretend like
that's your psychology.
because I'm only empowering the students to help me, and that's my teaching. Hold on to California for another discussion. In conclusion, we would love to have you come travel with us. Please consider it, especially if you have some free time coming up.
I'll take it.
Let me ask you just now. I got
invite.
one more thing on my notes here. So we were recently, Mama tried Flat Out Friday. We've been trying to integrate more, right? Mm-hmm. And Do you think we're successful in that? Do you think our attempts are sincere? Tell me a little bit about integrating the motorcycle community.
When it come to like brothers, right?
Do you
Integration.
Do you mean people of color or brothers that ride together regardless of color?
You know, cast I see that rise a lot. I think it's been like successfully. It's been kind of
Our success in being more integrated.
And it could happen, but I think timing is so off when it comes to like what this bike community brings to the community.
So when you say this, do
there
you
got to be
mean
an appointment for them? It's almost, then they schedule is all over the place, and I think same thing. I get the same feeling from when I see the River West 24.
Well,
Not to cut that in, but I think that's on the same page. It's like timing is totally off. Like I think I said this to you before. We just start to drive.
You're saying people of color.
Not when I say drive, have our whips, have our bikes, have our own bedroom. We're not going up here to go sleep in a tent.
So you're saying
when I say that, when I'm relating that to why it's not, maybe it could happen, and it would be a beautiful thing to happen.
Like custom culture, this is what you're saying. Custom culture is newer to the African American community.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so they don't have like the idle time that maybe the white community has had to indulge in it for as long. Am I making sense?
Pretty much
okay.
What I'm...
I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just trying to articulate your words to just kind of find my own way and listen more.
I know every time the guys that I see, older guys my age that rides, they like, oh, I saw you with your guys. I'm like, you guys with the choppers and stuff. I'm like, you white dudes. I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, dog, I be want to come hang out. But it's just like they swag is not as loose as it should be to just pick up the pieces. And they pick up the pieces that way, along with the way that they headed to Daytona Beach, Black Bike.
Sure.
Whatever. But to get that to gel like that, it's going to take a little time.
Yeah, I think time.
Time will make it happen.
Consistency and time.
Yep.
Yeah, there'll be a little spark and something will fly and we'll have a lot of fun and you can't push something like that. That shit just doesn't pop up out of thin air. You got to work on it.
Totally, yeah, I agree with that.
All right,
that's what I meant, Jerry.
No, Warren said it better.
Sure.
I know what you're saying, and I mentioned about listening, and that's all that I'm trying to do is to listen to how can we integrate more with Indonesia, Brazil, our own community here in Milwaukee. You have to listen, navigating the Brazilian culture, navigating the Indonesian culture.
Yeah,
right. We cannot come into any community with kick in the door.
Swing that big old American dick around. It's not a cool look.
You can say that on this.
Yeah. See?
All right.
Potty mouth.
I don't want to end on a serious note. I want to end on a fun note. All right. Can you tell us some crazy things that you've seen at the Mama Tried show? Some things that defy explanation.
I don't even know if I could tell you that.
I did see. I saw on Instagram a rapper bring a blower full of marijuana into the show.
I was in that room.
No,
I was in that room.
That was not our room. I'm saying I saw it on the internet just today.
I was in that room when that happened.
In the show?
Yes.
What show was this?
It was at Fuel Cafe.
Yeah, okay. So you weren't in the event I was talking about. That had happened at an event.
Oh, yes. You're talking about a different event.
Recently. And it made headline news recently.
Really?
Yes, like within the last week. And I'm thinking that's old news. Were you there for that?
What about porta potties coming to life at Fiserv Forum? You probably never thought you'd see a porta potty running inside.
Did you ever see something like that before?
Take it.
Okay.
That's one of our classroom terms, right?
Yeah, that is our. So you can't think of anything that you've seen at the Mama Tried show that's been amazing to you? Something that's changed your trajectory? Something that's made you wonder?
I can't think right now, but what's his name rode the handlebars that day?
JJ.
JJ.
What did he do?
He got up on the handlebars when he crashed.
Yeah, you saw that live?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, you were there?
I'm there. I saw it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, dude, is that man?
He finished that race, but he ended up going to the ER.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, he had a, I think he just had a super deep bruise on his hip, but like he was on crutches for the next week or so, maybe 10 days. But yeah, they weren't sure what was going on.
Yeah, you like tenderized his spine or something.
Yeah, trauma.
Yeah.
Heavy trauma.
Well, I'm not letting you off the hook yet. What can we do? You know, we're what can we do that's wild or crazy? What do you think? What do you recommend?
Then again, I don't know. The shit is hot already, man. Right? Can it go any hotter than that? It can't get hotter, but
We can't get hotter.
Get hotter.
You don't think we have to keep getting hotter, Warren? You don't think we have to keep?
I like that hot dog.
I don't. What do you mean hot dog thing?
That hot dog thing when they she piles up on the bike and they have to.
Oh,
I don't know that.
the weenie bite. You like the weenie bite?
I don't know.
I think the more pressure we put on ourselves to elevate and do that, it's just gonna come off phony. So we just let it happen naturally
I agree.
and roll with it, right? Like we have more conversations in the bar privately, and we actually remember to write that shit down and get it done, because that's where the magic happens. Is fun ideas when everybody's together chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling porta potty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, so thanks for hanging out with us a little bit here, Lala.
Thanks for having me.
You want to come back and do this down the road one day?
Nah, I'm gonna wait on Scott
cool?
to come back. You know, pretty boy Scott, right? You see me, baby, right? What about California? No, but yeah, I love to. I don't know. It's just, I guess I get a little more relaxed and.
This
Feel
makes
the
you
room.
nervous?
I don't know. Not really make me nervous. I mean, nervous, but it's just like
space.
it's about that life, right?
Well, we loved having you. We love having you around.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Please join us in Brazil. I think that'd be rad.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah, take it. All right. Well, thanks for coming. That's it.
Fucking candy on the floor.